When we're looking at low back pain, especially with golfers, we have to understand that low back pain is usually driven because the low back is taking up a lot of the slack. It's doing all the work. And the joints of the spine dictate how the spine is going to move. So if we look at the low back, the lumbar spine, the joints are kind of oriented front to back. So it's really good at flexing, extending, doesn't really work well into rotation. And when you ask the lumbar spine to do more rotation, since the joints don't actually move very well into rotation, 1 to 3 degrees, what ends up happening is you start extending through the low back. And this extension creates even more compression. And depending on your setup position, if you're set up with your butt sticking out, the back already arched, we already have a ton of compression through that area. And the body does not like sustained compression for extended periods of time. And even if it's 1 to 3 seconds, like set up in a golf swing and actually going through the swing itself, but you do that, let's say 150 times with practice swings, every round, 2-3 days a week, that stuff adds up over time. And we get into trouble when we think, okay, I just need to rotate more. How are you rotating? That's the big question. We should be rotating from the thoracic spine, be able to turn here because the joints are more aligned for rotation and side bending, or the hips. The hip is a very strong, stable joint inherently, but it needs to have the mobility along with that stability to allow you to rotate. Every program that I've given out has never been about low back strengthening. Yes, there is a strengthening component down the road because stronger people are harder to kill. But we need to have adequate control around rotation of the thoracic spine and of the hip joint itself. Once we have those two, now we can start strengthening. If you don't have that and you just start strengthening your back for really no reason at all, now we're adding strength on top of dysfunction. That becomes a bigger problem down the road because now there's more layers to undo when we have to rebuild the body, when we have to rebuild the swing. So an assessment always starts with, do we have enough mobility? Do we have enough control? Are we getting it from the right areas? The next piece to that is moving into the golf swing. Are your golf swing mechanics actually, 1, fit to your body, but 2, allowing the low back to do its job while the hips and the thoracic spine rotate? So when we look at videos, we're looking for a few key things. What's the spine doing, especially in the backswing? And then at impact position, are you trying to get as much rotation as possible, extending through the spine, and then doing the same thing on the way through impact? Or are you actually rotating and turning in a way that the body should be rotating and turning? You always need to be assessing first. There's no reason to just do random things. Random exercises always equals random results. Make sure that you actually get assessed to see, is this a thoracic spine issue? Is this a stability issue? Is this a hip rotation issue? Because that's going to dictate how you move forward over the next 6 months, next 6 years, next 2 decades. If you're looking to play golf well into retirement, you need to get assessed now. I hear it every day. I should have taken care of my body. I should have done this stuff sooner. I should have maintained my mobility as I've gotten older. The best time to do it would have been 10 years ago. Second best time is now. You've got to do something. Start taking care of yourself. Make sure you get that assessment. Figure out where the next step leads.